Hey guys, and welcome back to South of Midnight. When we last left off, we were following the old... why is that bloody mouse on the screen? There we go. Following the old weaver, learning the ropes through memories, passed down through her tools. So let's continue, shall we? See what else we can learn in our quest for our mother. Now that's cool. Strand push. You have acquired the strand push spell. Use it to break fragile items or move objects. Use it to repel enemies, do some damage and disrupt their attacks. Quite a handy skill. Not one that I use a lot of in combat, but you know. Has its moves. Has its moves. Has its uses.
Now how do I get over there?
Now if we come down here, we find our first tin flip. This is a big part of this game. You're going to find a lot of floofs hidden under these tin or these metal corrugated roofing tiles. They are everywhere and they are somewhat hard to find. There's a lot of them. We're going to do our best to find them all, like I said. And the annoying thing about them as well is you never really seem to get that many floofs from them. But, you know, it's fine. We can also move objects and use these objects as little paths and perches to jump on. Obstacles. No longer. Alright, ooh, careful now. Yeah, the hit detection and stuff is... Whoa, is... What the cheese? Okay, so the game is not perfect. There's definitely bugs and glitches and things of that nature. But, you know, it's a AA game. What do you want? Okay. Curious. Ooh, looks like we've got combat afoot. And we have a lot of new abilities. Let's head through here. Let's grab some more floofs. And we can upgrade something. So we've got the aerial rend, which, to be fair, is an ability that I never use, ever. So we might hold off for now. It basically you jump up in the air, and then you can sort of do like a Mario butt bash down, which disrupts enemies. It's not the most useful thing in the world, but... it's an ability nonetheless. Okay. Now before I move on, just wanted to check that we have everything so far. And I believe we do. Alright, now for glorious combat. And why is my... thank you. My ability wasn't working for some unknown reason. The combat will get way harder as the game goes on. But... we get more impressive abilities as well. Having said that, there is an awful lot of abilities that we get in the game that just aren't that great. Or at least, certainly don't seem to have too many uses. Uh-oh. Yep, we've got traps in the corner there. Combat isn't super refined in this game. It works, it's okay. But it's... not quite as smooth and as seamless as I think the developer would have liked. Now we do get floofs for actually completing combat, and there are some optional combat encounters as well, and you do need to get them all if you want to get all of the floofs. Now it's not always clear if you're going off the beaten, when you're going off the beaten path, if you can return later. So it's always worth having a little quick look around before you go too much further on with the story. There are plenty of points of no return.
Is everyone out? No.
Well, I hope for their sake they didn't suffer this hell again. So we can also use the strand pull to manipulate objects, not just the push.
There we go.
Oop. So we're starting to get a few new tools. There's only one more ability, well technically two. No, it's just one more ability to get. To the old spirits reading this message. If you can understand me, use the radio waves to speak through my spirit box, or spirit voice box. I can't see you, but I want to help lay you to rest. I'm the girl who sits in the loft with my spirit talking board. Use the planchette to spell out who you are. It's easier to be friends when we know each other's names. Your friend, Chloe Drudge. P.S. Sorry for the older kids who party out here sometimes. I tell them it's disrespectful, but they don't listen. Nobody does.
Chloe Drudge.
Where are you now? Where
Wonder
indeed?
where you are now.
Ooh. Straight off the rip, more combat.
Not afraid of you.
So it looks like there certainly were some creatures out here. Obviously she couldn't see them because she wasn't a weaver, but I guess she could feel their presence, which is curious. Unfortunately, we don't know who this Chloe Drudge is. I don't think we're ever going to find out. Somebody from a different time. Yeah, pulling enemies towards you isn't super useful either, but ooh. It is what it is. These are abilities. There are enemies further on that these abilities will probably be more useful against. Alright. And we are slowly curing the wounds of this land, piece by piece. Another tin flip. Now there's actually an achievement for getting all of the tin flips. They are actually a separate thing. Separate to the floof achievement anyway. Strangely, because they're tied together with them, so it's a bit odd.
They'll just replace it. Start it all anew.
Does seem to be what these evil types do. But hopefully, if we did enough damage, maybe, just maybe, we could ruin this business. Maybe they did, eventually. Right, let's move this. Got a feeling we're going to need you. And we got another floof, which we are certainly going to take. Now, we're up to... So we're missing 20. Okay. This is fine. Come on. There we go. Come on, Hazel. Keep it together, girl. Oof. I wonder what the hell was going on in there. This looks rather ominous.
Another one of those symbols.
Stigma thrives where folks wept their hardest tears. It affects the earth with boils only we healers can see. The hurt and the sorrow, scouring these wounds makes for lonely work. Some days delivering folk to safety is the only thing keeping my heart and soul healthy. Yeah, I can imagine.
Stigma? Why me? How come I can see it?
Unfortunately, Hazel, you have been chosen. Right, how are we doing here? Have we missed one of these? Looks like we may have. Sometimes you can find these out of order. Let me just check. Yep, I of course missed a note. God damn it.
This has gotta be the path they took to reach there.
I'll stick it in on the end. Alright.
Never knew this was here. I wonder
Now,
what the mayor
isn't
proposes
this
to do this
something? 6 equal parts ominous and fantastical. Let's keep exploring, shall we? Ooh, looks like we've got some floofs down there. To the river.
Those roots are too high for me to reach.
If only there was a way. Luckily, Hazel, with our new magical abilities, we can command nature itself.
That'll make things a
At
lot
least of sorts. It will. But things will get even easier than that. Later on. Ooh, God, that was sketch. Now, if we fall in the water, we'll just respawn somewhere else. It's not the end of the world, but it's certainly sketchy. Yeah, we are literally missing 10 floofs as well, and they are with the collectible that we missed. But no matter, we'll get there. Alright. Let's follow these past group of people.
This is it. The way out.
There we go. Sweet, sweet freedom.
On her journey to find her house downriver, Hazel felt hushed and awed by what she saw. Spirits appeared before her eyes, leaving her stunned. She hadn't known about Mahalia, the last weaver of Prospero. But
Mahalia.
Hazel felt a connection as she watched her weave magic. The same magic now calling to her. The farther Hazel got from town, the stranger and more fantastical the world became. She didn't know dangerous creatures from old folks' tales still abide here. And best of all, she didn't know she was about to meet me.
Me too. A big fish, apparently. Now, welcome to Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is absolutely filthy with collectibles. It's actually bonkers.
River must be close.
Finally. Please let our house be in one piece.
A new enemy.
What is that? Looks like a bug's nest.
It certainly is, Hazel. So this is a lava haint nest. Now, using our pull ability, we can actually pull a lava haint out and throw it back at the nest or at another enemy. Kind of a useful ability.
Maybe I can chuck those back at.
We can. Now, the lava haints, if they get too close to us, they will just start exploding. But luckily for us, it's not that dangerous. We can also hit them back. Now, if you don't unravel a haint quick enough, it doesn't actually matter. Nothing really happens. It just fades away, and it means that you don't get as much health for it, which is a little bit unfortunate, especially during some of the more hectic battles later on, where things get really difficult. Right, come on. Now, luckily, whilst we are unraveling these haints, we are invincible, which is certainly... Ooh, that was painful. Certainly useful. Whoop. Nice try, Sunshine. Oof. Took him out with a dodge. Are you embarrassed yet, son? Whoop. He's done. Flawless victory. So we're actually starting to get a decent amount of points. So, I mean, I suppose we could get the aerial wren, just use it up. But I do like the weaved ability. Now, unfortunately, with the upgrade tree, you are sort of locked out of abilities. They do slowly get unlocked as we go through the story. So you do end up in a situation where you've bought everything, but there's no new skills. And it also means when you replay old sections of the game, you can't take your upgraded powers back with you to an area that didn't have them, which is a bit unfortunate. But not the end of the world. Okay. So. Let's keep exploring. Ooh, hello. Let's get that bridge spawned in. Man, how would we ever have survived without these powers? Hazel. Got news for you, young lady. We wouldn't have.
Wait for me here. I'll find something to get y'all across.
Whoa, she went far.
Double jump.
I can make it too.
This is an absolute invaluable ability. And it's an item, well, it's an ability that I keep trying to use now. There we go. It's so freaking useful. You kind of feel lost without it, to be honest. Yeah, well, maybe next track season, you're going to have all kinds of abilities. That are going to give you an unfair advantage, shall we say. Oop, that was close. Sometimes the double jump doesn't always trigger.
Looks like they made it over the gap.
Interesting that old weaver disappeared. So we have no idea what happened to her. Which is curious. Now. How do we get up there? Ah. I remember. Now this is one of those chapters that just has so many collectibles. Like, if you're not going for the floofs, it's not too bad, you know. About, I think there's 7 collectibles in this chapter. If you're going for the floofs, well, it feels like it's damn near 100. But we are going to want them, because we're going to want to get as powered up as we possibly can do. Until, you know, we run out of things to buy, that is. I did not take to weaving easy. Had me scared as a rabbit in a foxhole, hearing them angel voices. Weren't till I fished a lost girl from a deep well with my hooks and spindles that I opened my ears to what the voices wanted. The day I gave myself to the weave was one of the happiest days of my life.
Something funky about those symbols. Who's leaving them, for one thing?
Not gonna lie, I think they would have been. I would be very happy to have a power like this. I think it would be amazing.
What's that?
Now this is very important. Well, not in an optional way, but it is one of the most important collectibles. This is going to make our health bar bigger. Press Y to collect health filament. Gather them throughout your exploration to increase your life bar permanently with every trio collected. So you have to collect 3 of them. And I believe there's one, at least so far for as long as I've been playing, there's one on every level. These are well hidden.
It's like getting a second win.
Mm-hmm. But having a bigger health bar in this game is really important, to say the least. All right. There we go. Ooh, sketch.
Rest up while I find the way down. Stay safe. There's a long journey ahead.
Now,
Thank you.
this ability is cool.
Gotta be brave.
So this goes hand in hand with our jumping and our dodging. This will make getting around a lot easier again. So we can double jump, and if we hold the dodge button, we can literally float. This is such a cool little ability, and you're going to be using this a lot. Right. We can avoid
Hey.
damage.
That's from our house.
It is from our house, but before we worry about that, young lady, we've got some floofs to get. Yoink. Now we have our upgrades. At least we probably could get an upgrade, but it's not super important just yet.
That's Mama's work binder. What? Back here again? Mama?
I hate this thing. It's like cracking open Pandora's box. It's so hard for me to not take my feelings home to Hazel afterwards. I want to shield her. But I just keep pushing her away.
I didn't know her work affected her so much. She can't hear me. What was all that anyway?
Interesting.
That felt different.
Looks like our mum was under a heck of a lot of stress.
No. She's gotta be alive.
I'm sure she's fine. Let's hope she's fine. Oh, hello.
Hello? Is someone there?
Sounds like somebody's there. But who? Who could that be? Let's keep delving deeper. Wow, now that is a peach. Ooh,
Who is that?
there's a tree man. That's definitely not ominous. And giant peaches? Wait. Our name's not James. I'm sure it's fine. There's certainly something in that thing's hand.
Thanks. Get off me.
Hey,
Who's there?
you up here.
Where?
My salvation.
A talking fish. Nope. Ain't no way.
Oh, Weaver, like you must have seen stranger things than me. And I was so sorry to hear about your misfortune. You find your mama yet?
How do you know about my mama?
Well, before I tell you what I know, would you mind? This gentleman here scooped me up, but he ain't been equally good about letting go. Would you kindly do your Weaver thing and help me down?
What weeby thing?
Oh, don't tease now. Sound carries underwater. It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. And lo and behold, with this stabbing all.
I just found this thing. Look, my house got swept away in the storm with my mama in it, and I'm just trying to find my mama before.
Oh, you really don't know anything. How disappointing.
I'm getting really sick and tired of folks being disappointed.
Oh, no. Mortified to a fan, no. I just, well, you can't see strands, can't you? Like knots, tangles, thingies.
Thingies? What are you talking about?
Like strings floating in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Well then, I can teach you the rest. And a train weaver ought to be able to rescue her mama easy. I can even help you find her. When you get me down, of course.
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, it's like this, see? Our world is made of strands all wove together. Now, when something terrible or unnatural happens to a creature, the strands get all knotted. Now, this here tree went through some tribulations. Must have left his knots all over the place. All you gotta do is use your magic bottle and...
Wait. I don't have a magic bottle.
No?
No.
Well, there's an old bottle tree over this way. The sun's always glinting in my eyes from it. You could probably find one there.
Okay, so I get the magic bottle and then...
Just get it. I'll tell you the rest after. But hurry. Some folks think I'm delicious fried up with grits. Ain't healthy for a fish to be in a tree.
You're probably not wrong there, dude. So, mythical creatures. Mythical creatures roam the swamps, hollows and backwoods of Prospero, hidden from most, but showing themselves to some. Weavers, kissed by the rains of a summer storm, are privy to their existence and able to interact with them. Not much is known about Catfish. He's quite old, as evidenced by his size, and he looks unlike any catfish folks in Prospero have ever seen. Down to his patchwork scales and mysterious eye, he loves to spin a tail and took Hazel under his fin on her journey. So he is our buddy. We also have some enemies here. Haints, lava. Small insect-like haints that come out of a nest to explode when close. Push them away to avoid their blast, or pull and throw them onto other haints to give them a taste of their own medicine. The most common haint found in Prospero wilds. They hit hard but have to be at close range. Avoid their explosive charge when they turn yellow. And when the grand tapestry is damaged by folks' sorrows, its strands become damaged. Those damaged strands become stigma, which creates haints, angry, terrible creatures, only visible to weavers. They can be destroyed by unraveling them. Alright then. So, I think I'm going to leave this one here, guys. And I'm going to go back and get the things that we missed. Yeah, we missed one readable and some floofs on the last chapter. And I shall insert them somewhere on the video. Maybe at the end here, or possibly where they make sense. Maybe. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. And if you are enjoying this, please don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And hopefully, I'll catch you in the next video.
I think that's them up ahead.
Finding cash. No, just replace them. Start it all anew.
To the old spirits reading this message, I know what it feels like to be trapped and scared too. That's why I want to help you. Aunt Charmaine and Pop get real mean sometimes, so I run all the way out here with my spirit talking board where nobody can find me. I've been doing that a lot more lately. Anywho, I'll be here to listen whenever you're ready to talk. Your friend, Chloe Drudge. P.S. Do you like peach cobbler? I'll bring some next time.
Peach cobbler for ghosts? Sweet girl.
And the missing floofs. There we go. We've got all 135 there now. Sweet.